Good evening friends. Today we are going to see TYBPMIB Supply Chain and Logistics Management. Process view of supply chain. In process view there are suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, retailers and customers. Participants of supply chain. There are producers, distributors, retailers, customers and service provider. These are the participants of the supply chain logistics. Then there are 4 cycles in supply chain process cycle. There is between the customers, and in supply chain process cycle there are 4 cycles. One cycle is between customer and retailer. When customer is going to give the order to the retailer, it is called as customer order cycle. When retailer is having the less goods at his place, then he is going to replace that particular, he is going to give order to the distributor is going to replace the material in the retailer shop. It is called as replacement cycle. Then whenever the manufacturer is there, he is going to produce the goods, he is going to distribute that particular goods to the distributor. When distributor is going to give the order to the manufacturer is going to produce the goods. It is called as manufacturing cycle. And fourth one is the procurement cycle. When manufacturer want to produce that particular goods, he requires the raw material. So when he is going to give the order to the suppliers, it is called as procurement cycle. Now we will see the elements of supply chain management. In elements of supply chain management, there is a production, there is a supply, there is a material handling, there is a inventory management, there is a order processing, there is a warehousing, there is a transportation, there is information and reverse logistics. Now we will see the elements of total cost in physical distribution system. Now there is a inventory cost. Whenever the manufacturer want to produce the goods, he want to keep the inventory at his warehouse, so he is going to have the inventory cost. Then the material is going to be transferred from manufacturer to the distributor to the retailer, and retailer to the customer, so there is a transportation cost. Now there is a storage and warehousing cost. There is a material handling and protective packaging cost. Now when his material is going to be handled from loading and unloading from the truck, so there is should be a protective packaging when there is going to be transfer from material from one place to another place, and there is going to be a proper material handling. So you have to pay the wages to the hamals and all that particular things. So all that comes under the material handling and protective packaging cost. Then order processing cost. When the order is going to be placed either by the customer to the retailer, or retailer to the wholesaler, or wholesaler to the manufacturer, there is going to be a order processing cost is going to be incurred. Then there is a information cost, there is a customer service cost, and there is a production lot quality cost. Now there are mainly 6 modes of transportation in supply chain logistics. Now these modes are airway transport mode, second one is the roadway transport mode, railway transport mode, waterway transport mode, multimodal transport and ropeway transport mode. Now whenever the material is going to be transferred from the supplier to the manufacturer, from manufacturer to the wholesaler to the retailer, and retailer to the customers, out of this particular 6 transportation modes, any one mode we can utilize, or if there is going to be having more modes we are going to utilize, then it is called as multimodal. Now we are going to see the airway transport mode. In airway transport mode, the raw material or the finished goods are shifted by the aeroplanes from the one place to the another place. The transportation time is less, but the cost of transportation is very high. We can utilize this particular mode for the import and export when there is a large distance between the two countries, or we can say the customer and the manufacturer, so that airways mode is going to be preferred. Roadway transport mode, the raw material and the finished goods are shifted by the trucks and from one place to another place through the roads, and whenever the roads are available. In hilly region the roads may not be available, so this particular road transport is more flexible and less costly compared. Now there is the next one is the railway transport mode. In railway transport mode, the raw material and the finished goods are shifted by the railway wagons from one place to another place, so can be transferred whenever the rail routes are available and the bulk quantity or bulk material is going to be transferred from one place to another place at less price. Now next one is the waterway transport. The raw material and the finished goods are shifted in a big vessels, big ships, which can transport from one port to another port. So that it is going to be very cheap transportation mode in all over the world. More and more goods, bulky quantity, we can transport the material from one country to another country. So in that particular import export, maximum whenever the availability is there, the it is transferred by the ships only from one place to another place. So it is a time consuming, but the cost is very less. And next one is the multimodal transport. In multimodal transport, the material is going to be moved from one place to another place with the help of various transportation modes. Now the raw material and the finished goods are shifted by the two or more modes of the transportation from exporters manufacturers factory to the port. It will be transferred either by the railways or by the roadways. And when it is from one port, say Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust, to another country, say Colombo, Sri Lanka, then it will be go by the big vessels, so big ships, or either by the airplane mode or airway mode we can say. And then to the retailers it can be again distributed by the roads. So in multimodal transport, more than one mode of transport is going to be utilized for that particular transportation. Ropeway transport mode. In hilly regions, no roads or railways or waterways are available. So with the help of the ropeway, material is transferred from one hilly region to another hilly region. So this ropeway is going to be utilized in a hilly region where the other transportation modes are not available. In hilly regions, we can also with the help of helicopters we can do that particular transportation. So either with the help of airways or the ropeways we can do the transportation of the material in hilly region. So now students, up till now we have discuss about what are the various modes of the transport, what are the advantages and disadvantages of the various modes. So I hope you have understood of all these particular supply chain logistics cycles and the modes of transport. Thank you very much.